Airline, that was the name of the scenario. And we're back. Game's loading. Let me just update all the text. This is Shark Junction. Our train is next going to Stranraer Harbour, stopping service. Await clearance onto the port road. Our next stop is Dunragit. So I like to ease up on the brakes a little bit. So as you can see, the weather is overcast, but it's fine. We'll see what happens as we progress. So there's actually a double-header freight train coming across the main line through here, which we'll see in just a minute. Yes, Keith did a fabulous job on this route, and possibly even did a better job on the West Coast Main Line over Shap, although it does appeal to a different era. It's not a steam route, but it's certainly another very popular one that people enjoy, including myself. Yes, Ishmael, there you go, there's that steam engine. Yes, Ishmael, it is. It would be nice to be able to have the option to sort of, you finish the scenario, would you like to carry on driving, and then pick a different loco, but alas, it's not something the game engine really supports. So as soon as this train has finished cleared the junction, we'll get a green light, and then we can get going. Speak of the devil. Good night, Moose. Tyke, what sort of high-speed routes would you like to see? New image. Yes, the steam locos are definitely much harder to drive than the diesels because there are other controls, like say for example the reverser, this one that you use to control forward and backward, actually controls another form of how the steam gets into the cylinders, and if you get it wrong, what happens is you run out of the spoiler pressure. So you can actually find that so getting a steam loco moving was pretty easy. Keeping it moving at speed and efficiently can get extremely tricky. But if you go through some of the YouTube videos I've already uploaded from previous shows, you should be able to get the hang of what's needed pretty easily, because once you get the hang of it, really, it's not too bad at all. I find them a lot more fun because there's a lot more to do and keep you interested while you're driving. So just coming into Dunragget Station, the weather seems to be holding out, although the cloud is still quite overcast up there. It's not, no blue skies, so it's still a bit messy. So there's a bit of thunderclapping going on in the background there, which is probably being drowned out by the loco, but you'll notice the rain has also started now, so as you can hear. So you've also noticed now the clouds have changed, so instead of being that sort of white overcast, they've now actually morphed into this slightly different cloudy pattern, so we can see some stuff going on. Oh, it's going to get worse than this. The rain started, the clouds have changed, but the weather hasn't really got bad yet. there was a flash of lightning. There was a thunderclap. But it's got worse to go yet. Yes, you want to keep making sure you've got coal in the firebox to keep the fire warm, and you also want to keep the water injected into the boiler as well. Otherwise, you'll run out, and that's not good at all. The problem is that when you're injecting water into the boiler, you also lose boiler pressure, so you've got to be careful when you do it. Turn the blower on, help get the boiler pressure back up while we're stationary. So I don't know if you've noticed, the clouds have moved in a bit. The cloud skies have changed again, and the weather seems to be drawing in. So let's see what happens now. Ooh, another flash of lightning. Well, what you're doing there is you're taking the starting level of the fire mass, which is actually not necessarily related to the ideal fire mass you really want to achieve, and then open up the blueprint and find out what the ideal fire mass value is. So as you drive up this section of the line, the weather's getting worse, and what happens is that you'll see that the fog is actually drawing in really quite close. You see the rain level is increased quite substantially on the windows as well. Hey Eben, I'm probably not going to get to a North American route tonight, but we are definitely going to be doing a North American route tomorrow night. In fact, I've already had one request for Challenger. Given that we're not doing any North American tonight, I think we might do a couple at least tomorrow. So as you can see, the weather here truly is astoundingly bad, but it's going to get better. As we pull into Stranraer, you'll see the weather brighten right up again, so keep an eye on the sky. Hey there, Jane to Hell, Sir Steins and Harry Harding. Well done, thanks for joining the channel. Just making ready for the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit over the crossover here. So the weather in this scenario is scripted rather than using a normal weather blueprint. It's using a thing called an extended weather blueprint, which is combined with Lua script. And what you do is you set up a number of different weathers. So it's sunny, it's cloudy, it's raining hard. And then in the script you just say, now do this bit, now do this bit. Which means you can, it doesn't matter how quickly or how slowly you do the scenario, the weather patterns will always appear where you want them to appear, not at the times that they would normally appear as they would do with the other one, which means you can create quite a nice impression. A little bit more lightning there. I was expecting the weather to have got better by now. Not quite sure what's going on though. There's more to this scenario. I'm going to drop off the wagons and run around them by the looks of it. Wet textures is really something that a next-gen engine will be able to help us with. I'm not sure this engine really will handle wet textures without quite a significant performance hit. Don't forget to keep an eye on the sky because the weather's going to change now. Got a green light through the line. Another flash and bang. I overshot that. That means we're going to fail the scenario. Never mind. So now we're front coupling back up to these coaches. Is it me or is that sky getting brighter? Ouch. Right, we're going to run these empty coaching stock back out to the town, which is the other station. I don't normally do live videos at the weekends. It's not a never say never thing. I might do them at some point, but I don't plan on them particularly. Mostly because I'm quite often at visiting family at the weekend, and their broadband isn't quite as nippy as mine, and I'm not sure it would cope with a Twitch live stream. But we shall see. I might give it a try one day just to see whether it works. If I do, I shall shout on Facebook and let everybody know. I think I will do one more. There was a request to do a high-speed train, and having done a bunch of steam engines, I think a high-speed train is definitely called for. So I'm going to do a short run on the Hamburg-Hanover route with the Ice 2, and then I'm going to bed, because it's just about midnight now. You notice we've got clouds back in the sky. So who here has done the London to Brighton A4 speedrun scenario? What sort of timings and high speeds are you getting? I'm really glad people enjoyed that one. I wrote that scenario, and I was half expecting everyone to get a little bit upset because it was completely non-prototypical, but people seem to have taken it in the vein it was meant, which was as in, here's some fun, go have it. So going up to the shunt neck here, and then we'll be able to proceed back out and push the train back into Stranraer town. Dispatchers cleared us forward into town, which is good news. We're not running a lot of boiler pressure at the moment for these manoeuvres, so the safety has just gone off. Yes, there's a couple of places where you do have to watch your speed because of some nasty turns. But part of the challenge really is working out how fast you can go down there. This is going to snake to the right, put us into the bay platform. Boo, bad luck, we didn't complete successfully. That's because I overshot that marker. Which of course in real life wouldn't have mattered. Never mind. Right, one more scenario, just to give us a little bit of variety. And not going to be a long one, but it'll be a nice high-speed one. There you go, some blue tornado action.